Hello and welcome back to another collaboration vlog. This month's vlog, along with lots of other caravan YouTubers and motorhome YouTubers, is, I'm reading here, top 5 considerations that led us to choose our caravan or motorhome if you've got a motorhome. Now, I've wrote these down on my phone because I forget them otherwise. So when we were looking for a new to us caravan, there were quite a lot of considerations that we took into account, and I think a caravan search is a very difficult one to find the right caravan because there are so many different models, so many different makes, so many different layouts. It's just mind-blowing when you start looking at them all. So the first consideration really for us was it had to have a fixed bed. We made the mistake of when we got our first caravan, we got a double dinette. It was an ABI Manhattan, I think, from what I remember. And we found that we were making the back end of the bed up as a double bed and using that all the time. So we then obviously went for a fixed bed. The second caravan we had was a fixed bed, but the bed was on the off side. And the bathroom down the side, which didn't work for us. So now this caravan that we've got now was a I'll try to read my stuff off my phone, it's locked. Was a fixed bed again, French bed, but the bed to the near side, and that has been a lot better. French bed works okay because Angela very rarely, she sleeps on the inside, and Angela very rarely gets up in the night, but I do, so I'm closest to the door to get up and go to the bathroom. What that enables us to do is not having to make up the bed every night, and for those of you know who have fixed beds, you'll know how easy that is to just step from the front of the caravan, go into your bed at the back, how easy that is. So yeah, the first consideration was that it had to be a fixed bed. So the second consideration that we kind of looked at was we didn't want to buy new. I think at the time we weren't in a position to buy new, and we wanted a new to us van, but we wanted to get something that was kind of a top of the range at the time. Now our van is 2011 and it's 10 years old now, but at that time it was considered the top of the range caravan. So we wanted something that was at that time the best that you could buy, and it worked well really, because I think inside, although it is a 2011, it still looks quite new. It still looks, it's still very clean because we've looked after it, but it's still got everything that we need in terms of all the equipment and I had a microwave. Our old caravan didn't have a microwave, and that was something new to us. So yeah, I think that was a second consideration, not to buy new, not to spend too much. Having said that, we did spend, I think, 11 on it, but if you look at that, spending 11,000 on it now, and we've had it for just over 3 years, and it's still worth around about that same, or even not, but I've seen them now for 12,000. So it's it's kept its value at the moment. Obviously that's due to the staycation and loads of people buying them. So that was the second consideration, is that we didn't want to spend too much, we didn't want new, and we wanted the top of the range at the time of whenever that was. Third consideration was we wanted a rear washroom, a decent sized washroom, and with this Valencia that we've got, the bathroom goes across the whole of the back of the caravan, and we've got a fully lined full shower at the back of the caravan. And obviously with the current climate, we've been able to use our own facilities, and I usually tend to use the shower more often than not, and the washroom's big enough to get changed in. So that was the third one really, that long washroom. And the other consideration with the washroom was we wanted a proper door, because in the older van where the washroom was down the side, you had to step in to the washroom, and there's always that bit that you'd step over, and I remember a couple of times at night I'd whack my toe on the edge of that trying to get out, half asleep. So we wanted a proper door where you could get in, and quite a decent sized shower room. Fourth consideration was I was adamant that I wanted Alder heating. I'd heard so much about it, and I'd looked into it quite a lot. We'd had air blown heating before, and it was good. You know, don't get me wrong, the air blowing heating is really good. But from what I'd heard from the Alder heating, I just wanted to try that to make sure that it was kind of like an ambient temperature. And to be honest with you, it's surpassed our expectations in terms of, you know, you put the heating on when it's a little bit chilly and it warms the whole of the van up. There's no, because we found with the blowing heating, there were like pockets of warmth around the caravan. The bathroom would get really warm in our old caravan, but near the bedroom was quite cold. The front of the van would be not too bad, and then the middle of the van would be a little bit cool. But with the Alder heating, with the heating system going all the way around the caravan, that has proved to be you know, a really good asset, and you know, fantastic system, and we wouldn't go back to anything else other than Alder heating. A lot of people say that it takes ages to heat up when you first get there, but we've not found that. We've normally when we get on site and we need the heating on, we put it on gas for a bit, boost it up on gas, and then we'll put it back on the electricity, and it maintains its temperature really well. So we've found that to be okay. There's only one issue with it, and that is Angela sleeps near to the side of the van, and if we do put the heating on sometimes at night and it does get a little bit warm, obviously the heat is coming up from her side of the bed, which gets her quite warm, and I know a couple of people have already mentioned that. So I don't think we've got the layout quite right yet, but that's something we can look at in the future. So yeah, the fourth one is the Alder heating. The fifth and final one is the system of the front benches. Now, we looked at lots of vans with fixed beds, and the quite open van, and where you kind of lost space on some of the vans was in the front benches. The front benches were quite short. And I think this particular caravan, our 2011, it's got a unique system whereby you can pull half of the bed system out. I'll put some pictures in. So when Molly's going to bed, we can actually move half of the settees out. So as you're looking at the front of it, the left-hand side of the van will be her bed, and the right-hand side, there's still a bit of you know, floor space and space for me and Angela to sit, so we can still sit there as well. So if we're going away for a few weeks, we'll tend to leave that bed up, and then we can both sit in there. So it's quite, for me, it's quite a flexible lounge, and the benches are quite long, and we've also got the U-shaped lounge. We did have the front chest at the front, but because everybody who watches the channel knows how much I moan about nose weight. But we took the chest out because it was too heavy at the front. So yeah, the front benches were one of the main considerations there. When I saw that system of pulling half the side out, you know, that sold it for us really in terms of the bed. We can leave that up, and you know, we can still sit down and watch the television. There was another one that I did want to add, so this is a sneaky six, and that was weight. And I think there's a lot of research going into weight. Make sure you got the weight and car weight matched up right. So, but I'm not going to go into that too much. But obviously we've got a Caravan, which is well within the towing limits of our car, and it tows really well. So again, another consideration you might want to think about is weight of the vehicle, and obviously weight of the Caravan. Please take time to watch the other videos within the collaboration. I'll put a link up here, and you can watch all three of those. So thanks for watching. You take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.